Hello everyone. Today I was thinking of creating a Java task in the field inheritance. So let's do some inheritance tasks, right? We're going to create a parent class and some child subclasses, and through inheritance we're going to see how does it work. We're going to do as well some method overloading. So here I created like person, which is going to be my parent class, and there's going to be some classes like employee, developer and tester. Let's start with the person task. So here are my requirements, right? So first of all, I need to create a task, the class, name person, which I already did. Second one, I'm going to declare the variables, name, age, and gender. I'm going to encapsulate all these fields by creating getter and setter. Then I'm going to add a constructor to set all these fields. And at the end, I'm going to create some methods, like for usual person going to do, eat, drink, sleep. And at the end, I'd like to create toString to be able to print all these methods. So let's start. I'm going to start it by creating some variables, and I would like my variables to be private. Why? Because I want to set condition if I want, so someone's using my class will follow my conditions. Which is a very good thing to do. Gender. So there's three my variables. I set it. Then I would like to encapsulate it. I'm clicking right click, go to generate, and here I'll get getter and setter. I'll pick my variables and press OK, and here they are, getter and setters. So here I have an option to create my requirements for the getter and setters. Let's say, for example, if I want to get some if conditions where, for example, my age can be less than 0, or it can be like more than 100 or something like this. So it's up to me what's going to be there. Then after that, I need to add a constructor. By adding a constructor, it's again right click, generate, constructor, picking my variables, pressing OK, and here it is. So instead of this keyword, I would like to use another keyword, which is setter keyword. I'm gonna ensure that we use the valid data, so it's much better than this one. So we just go with a setter, and here they are. IntelliJ already offers me to do so. Set name instead of the age. I'd like to set age, press the age over here. After that, set gender. So now I'm sure that my data will be always valid. So we can always check the requirements and conditions. So all my variables now is going to be transferred to another class in case when we're going to use it for employee and test, and there's going to be always my requirements and my conditions, which I'm setting in the parent class. The last but not least, I need to create some methods. Creating methods very easy. It's like public void, let's say it, right? And then I'm gonna do sorry, I have a German here. Where are you? Oh, it's 8. It's option and 8. So enter. Let's say name plus is what is eating. Great. Next one is public void drink. Typo. Public void drink. Option and 8 for the German. Set name is what is drinking. I forgot to put it in the commas. Perfection. What is left is sleeping. Public void sleep. Option 8. Name. Oh no. Name is sleeping. So here are my 3 methods, and last but not least, I need to generate toString. Here it is. Just click. IntelliJ is picking it already for me, and here's my toString, so I can print my variables and methods. And that's it. The next we're gonna do is we're gonna go with employee, tester, and developer. Hello everyone. So we continue now with our inheritance task. We already created a parent class person, declared the variables, generated constructor, and did all of this we need to do here. Now we're creating the employee task subclass. So I already created and named it employee. Then I'm going to declare some extra variables, employee ID, job title and salary, which I need for my employee class, encapsulate all these fields and add a constructor to set all these fields, create a new method, work, and at the end I'm gonna add a toString method. So first of all, before I'll start with all this inheritance I need from a parent class, I will declare the variables I have here, which is employee ID, job title and salary. This is going to be my instance variables, and I want to have them private, so I will have more control of them. And here they are: private int employee ID, private string job title, private double salary. Great. Because they're private, I will need setter and getter to be able to use this data. It's very easy. I go right click, I'll pick my generate set and getter, choose the variables, press OK, and here they are. So as I have control of my variables, also a good thing to do is to add some requirements. For example, like you can do it, we're not going to do it now and here, but you can do it yourself if you would like to. For example, I don't want that my salary is going to be minus on 0, right? It will not make any sense. So but that thing, I can write here an if statement, for example, so my salary cannot be like minus 1,000 or whatever, or 0, and anything else. So the length of the employee ID should be a certain length, and so on, right? So now I have this. Now we have another method, which I'd like to add as well. It could be on public void work, and here we're gonna do a little bit lighter to put the data in this field. So now I would like to generate a constructor, right? But first I need to inheritance the class because I want to have, let me actually show you, I'm gonna close, I have so much, I don't need this one, so I'm gonna split, so I have 2 views. So I want to have this data here in my subclass, like name, age and gender, because like employee is a person, right? He also wants to have this data. So by taking this data, I'm going to use an extends keyword. I'll press extend, I'll choose a class. I want to inherit the data. It should not be like this. I'm sorry, it should be another person. So now we have, because we have so much. So now we're in 39. Oh no. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I'm in the completely wrong class. Person. Yeah. Now they like both person. Oh wow. Anyway, let's continue. So I have here employee, and here I have a person. And I want to let my employee get this data, right? Because my employee also would like to have name, age and gender. So I can use an extends keyword and pick the class I want to have. So it's a person, date 39. Telegy says, oh look, here's some problem. So I can see, okay, what is it? I need a constructor because I have a constructor here. So yes, I want to have the same constructor. And except of this data, I also would like to have the data I have here, which means I press generate and another constructor with the variables I have in my employee class. And here we are. But by default, the IntelliJ gives me this keyword, which is basically, it's just shows me the condition, right? The data, but I would like to have control, and I would like to check the conditions, right? So I don't want this keyword. I would like to have, instead of this, a set keyword. And I use set employee ID and employee ID here. Job title, set job title, and job title in here. And the last one is salary in here. Great, I created now my constructor with all the variables I needed. Next step would be is our work method. So I'll press out and I would like to have the name, but I can't use this name like straight away because I have it from another class. So I can press just name, it would not work. But what I can do, actually, I can give data or I can set the date, right? And at this point, I want to set the name. I will set the name. Actually, I don't know. Let me check. It's gonna work like this or not. We're not setting the name, we're getting the name. So we just wanna read it. Getting the name, and let's say the employee is working. So now I have a method. Now, last but not least, we need to generate a toString. Again, right click, generate toString. By default, I have these variables. Great, I have it here, but I also would like to have actually my name, age, and gender. What I can do, I can just copy them from here and paste them in my toString method. But because I can't just take it straight away in here and give me a mistake. So what I need to get my name, I need to get my age, and I need to get my gender. And here we are. Our subclass is created. So the same thing we're going to do with developer and tester. So next we're going to do our tester class. It's going to be a subclass. And it's going to make sense because it's going to be a child of the employee class instead of the person, because I'm going to need all actually details from the employee, such as employee ID, job title, or salary, right? By that, we're gonna inherit all the information we need from the employee. Here we have some task, which is we need to create subclass, which I already did, override the work method, and to create one extra method like create a ticket. So first of all, what I want to do is I want to get all this data from the employee. As well, I'm going to use an extend keyword, and as I want to have all this data from the employee, I just say I want employee day 39 in my case, and I do it. So I can create a constructor from here, or I can go with a right click and generate a constructor. There's two ways, but by that it's going to give me an option, right, which data I actually need for my class. So do I need just what strategy is give me age, gender, and name? Yes, this is if I need only this because employee inherited this from the person, or I would like to have all this data. I want to have all this data, so I'll press it twice and I see public, and I have the super keyword, which is calling my superclass methods. So I have access to this superclass constructor, so my parent class constructor, right? Now, what else I need? I want to create a ticket method by going public. Oh my god, this big letters. Public void create ticket sound. So I cannot write name directly, right, because I get it from another parent class. So the only one option from me is use the get method, right? So in this case I would like to have like a job title and a name. So I'm using the get keyword, and I get job title plus I also would like to have a name, so I'll get the name and then write something about like is creating ticket. Done. Is there anything else I need to do? No, because the toString method will be automatically taken as it is from my parent class with everything I need. So by that I created a tester subclass, and now I'm gonna start with the developer, which is also gonna be the child of employee. Well, and the last thing we have to do is override the work method. How I can do it? By clicking right click generate, and here we have a possibility to choose override methods. Look how many options this gives me. Because I inherited from the employee class, I'm going to pick work method from here. Why not from another classes? Because the object class over here is like grandparent from the tester, right? We don't need this. And the person class is the parent of the employee class. It's not the parent of our tester, so it's like grandparent. As we inherited everything from the employee, so that's what I need. So I'll override the method. I don't need a super keyword here because I want to write something else. So I want to like get the job title and plus, let's say, so just so we can print it nicely, I'll go to space, I'll get the name and plus like what tester is doing. He is testing the app. Well, that's it, and then tester class is done for now. So the next subclass I would like to create is a developer, which is going to be a child or subclass of employee class. So here in the task we have to override the work method and add one extra method, which is called fixing bugs. Before I add an extra method, I would like to extend the employee class, because I would like to have all these variables data which we have in employee. So we have them with arrow again because we don't have a constructor, and I would like to create it. I would like to have all of this data in here. So the constructor is created and I have all of this data I want to have for my developer. The next one, let's create one extra method, fixing bugs. It's going to be public void fixing bugs. And the only one way I can actually read the data through the get and setter. So at this point I would like to add like get job title plus, let's have a space here to read it better, and the name, and like let's say is fixing bugs. This is what we did. As well, we have a work method which we would like to override for developer. I go here, generate override method, and again it shows me which relationships I actually have with which classes, and as I again inherited everything from the employee, I'll take it from the employee. And here I would like to give some information as well, like let's say get the job title, right, plus get the name and is developing the app. So this is it, basically what I did for my developer class so far. So what I also need to do is to push my code in GitHub, because the each of us is using GitHub. I push my codes in there, so who needs can always get it and read it. And let's call this inheritance task is created. So I'll commit, and I commit and push anyway. This is everything I'm gonna push, and now all my code is on GitHub. I will tell you more about this in the next video. Another thing I like to show you is just so you can see the relationships between these classes. You can choose right click, go to diagram and show the diagram. It's coming out. So now we can see the relationship between all these classes, right? So person has one relationship, is a relationship it's called, with the employee, and employee has two is relationship with the developer and tester. So in the future I will also tell you the difference between is a relationship and has a relationship. Yeah, so basically that's what I wanted also to share with you. And the last thing I would like to do is to create an object class so I can actually test my code and see if I wrote everything right and everything is working. So creating a few classes, and let's say I'll start with the developer. I will use an array. So here I need to declare my variables, which is name, age, charge, gender, employee ID, job title and salary. All of it. Without this, it's gonna show me a compile error. So I'll add my data. And see, it's still employee ID, let's say 1, job title, developer, and salary. That's it. Here's our developer. The next one we can do is a tester. Tester. New tester. Same, right? Because we created a constructor. You just add any data you need, and I'm gonna print it and see if we actually get it right. Test yeah, let's see, that's okay like this. And as we created two strings, so we should be able actually, you know why I get this? Because I forgot the main method. With the main method we cannot actually print anything. So I'll put our code in the main method. And now I'd like to print it. Let's say developer and tester. What's the magic happened? And we're going to see here. We should see the code. This looks like IntelliJ just needed a little bit more time, so now it's printed me actually my data, as you see. Well, and there is also another thing I'd like to show you. It's like, what if I need to change some data, right? We'll put, for example, age 29, but developer is not 29, he's another age, so I'll go developer, and I need actually to use set age method, and now I can change, let's say he's 39, right? So I change his age now, and then another thing I need to do, I need to actually get this age by using, because the data is private, right? We cannot get direct access, so that's the only thing we can do by using this encapsulations methods. And like this, you'll see we're gonna change, our data will be changed. Just give it a moment, I don't know why it's so slow today, but it's working. Look, you see, 39, now my age for the developer is changed. So this is the method which is called inheritance. We used encapsulation, we used method overriding, toString method, and the constructor. So that's what I wanted to show you for today. Thank you very much, and have a good day or evening, wherever you are. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.